Alright guys, we are back with round one hat format at Epic Cards and Games in Hurst, Texas. We got Nate on the left playing Spellbooks versus Aaron Patino on the right playing Mermail. Nate starts off by activating Crescent, which you reveal 3 Spellbook spell cards with different names from your deck. Then you randomly add one to your hand and then shuffle the rest into the deck. You can only activate, I believe you can only activate all the Spellbook spell cards once per turn. They're hard once per turn. And also your opponent doesn't know which one you add. So here now Nate summons Blue Boy, which Blue Boy, when it's normal or flipped, you add a Spellbook spell card from your deck to your hand. So Secrets adds a Spellbook card from your deck to your hand. Then he adds Spellbook of the Master. Spellbook of the Master, if you control a spellcaster type monster, you can copy a Spellbook spell card in your graveyard, but you have to reveal another Spellbook spell card in your hand, and you copy the effect. So now he adds Tower and sets 4. So we know he's got Spellbook of Fate. So yeah, he's got Tower and Fate and 3 other cards. So Patino starts up activating by normal summoning Genix Undyne, which when it's Genix Undyne, when it's normal summoned, you can send a water monster from your deck to the graveyard. But you have to have a Genix controller in your deck to activate the effect because you have to search it from your deck to your hand. So Undyne is a cost, so he sends Atlantean Dragoons for the cost, but Nate has the DD Crow. So he changed the DD Crow. So in hat format, the monsters have to stay in the grave to activate their effects. It's a little bit different in Edison. They don't have to stay in the graveyard. So it looks like he's going to use Spellbook of Fate. Wait, what did he do with Fate? What did he use Fate on? The back row? I think it was one of the back rows. Oh, no, he used the effect. Oh, he used the first effect. Okay. All right. So, let me go over what happened. The field spell, the Spellbook of the Tower, if you control a spellcaster type monster in your field, on your field or in your graveyard, you can return a Spellbook spell card in your graveyard to the bottom of the deck during your standby phase to draw 1 card. Then Nate activated Spellbook of the Power, which gives a spellcaster type monster you control 1,000 attack. And if it destroys a monster by battle, you search a Spellbook spell card from your deck to your hand. So he ran over the Undyne with the Blue Boy and then searched. So I believe he has Fate again. So what's going on here? Okay, so I think... Oh, he changed Phoenix Chain. Ooh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts really bad. Okay, so what happened here was Patino reveals Mermail Bistius in his hand by discarding a water monster. And he discarded Atlantean Marksman. He has to target, so he targeted the Phoenix Chain, and then Nate just chained the Phoenix Chain because Atlantean Marksman, if it's sent to the graveyard for a water monster's effect, destroys a set card your opponent controls. Now, Phoenix Chain is no longer set, but you do have to target with it. Then Patino normal summons Genix controller, attacks the Blue Boy. Nate chained, was it Book of Moon? Yes, he chained Book of Moon to set the Blue Boy. So again, Blue Boy, when it's normal or flipped, you add a Spellbook spell card from your deck to your hand. So he searched Secrets. No, you can't Fate. You don't have a spellcaster. What the heck? No, you can't do that. You need a spellcaster. No! Uh-oh. I can't believe that just happened. And neither player caught it. How do you guys not catch these things? I caught it immediately. Oh, man. So here, Patino could have synchroed for Leo, but I think the reason he didn't is because Leo's a level 10 synchro that it basically cannot be targeted except during your main phase 2, but Spellbook of Fate doesn't target. So Patino's like, it's not even worth going for Leo here. So, yep, he's activating Eternity to grab back Master. Eternity adds a banished Spellbook spell card to your hand. So it looks like Nate copied Master to research Fate. Yeah, this is just Spellbooks 101. This is how this deck wins. They just slowly out-resource you because they keep grabbing Fate every turn. Yeah, they just keep recycling Fate and just re-adding it. And just drawing cards off the Spellbook of the Tower each turn. It's a real control deck. Alright. I did speed up this duel quite a bit because it was long. I try not to make the videos longer than 30 minutes. The goal is like 16 to like 24, but sometimes the videos run shorter, sometimes they run longer. So some people may see, oh, the guys are shuffling a lot, but it's just because the duels are sped up. Because obviously I'm doing commentary over, so otherwise some videos be like 40 minutes, and I just think that's too long. All right, so here comes Justice of Prophecy, and Nate activates Secrets. What's he gonna add? Yeah, this deck is kind of repetitive. It's like Gadgets, where they just make the same play every turn. All right, so it looks like what's he gonna add? I still can't believe that Fate play went off. It didn't matter too much, but like, oh, Spellbook of Fate has 3 different effects. Depending on how many spellbooks you banish from your graveyard. It's a quick effect spell card, but you have to control a spellcaster type monster to use Spellbook of Fate. If you banish one, I think you return a set card your opponent controls to their hand, a set spell or trap. 2, it's a Book of Moon for any either side of the field. And if you do 3, it banishes a card your opponent controls, doesn't target. So he goes end phase. So Justice of Prophecy, his effect is during the end phase, you can banish it. If you activate a spellbook spell card previously this turn, you can banish it during the end phase and add a spellbook spell card from your deck to your hand and a level 5 or higher light or dark spellcaster type monster. You see here, he's just abusing Tower. Standby. Now he's revealing 3. Yep. Patino chains Maxi to Priestess effect to special summon itself. Then he bottomlesses the Priestess. Nate chains Spellbook of Wisdom, which makes it unaffected by traps for the rest of the turn. Yeah, Spellbook of Wisdom is a quick play spell card. Yeah, quick play spell card. Target a spellcaster type monster you control, and either A, it's unaffected by spells or traps for the rest of the turn. Now, Priestess, you can special summon it from your hand by revealing 3 Spellbook spell cards from your hand. And here, Patino activates Mermail Abyss Sphere, which special summons a Mermail. Oh, and then it looks like, oh, he had 2 spheres. So Nate chained Spellbook of Fate to Abyss Sphere, and Patino chained another one. So Abyss Sphere special summons a Mermail monster from your deck, and then during your opponent's end phase, the monster is destroyed. So most of the time, they grab Mermail Abyssland from their deck. The reason is because Mermail Abyssland, when it's destroyed by battle or card effect, it special summons a Mermail monster from your deck. Also, Mermail Abyss Sphere negates that monster's effect, and obviously, it's on field effect. Since a Lin activates in the graveyard, that's why it gets past the Abyss Sphere. God, these 2 decks, high rarity, look nice. I'm not gonna lie. This Ulti Blue Boy, Ulti Secrets looks nice. Ulti Spheres, Ulti Lins. And these are 2 decks that I've actually had success with in my Yu-Gi-Oh! Journey. Obviously, I won my YCS with Mermails, for those of you guys who may maybe remember or heard me talk about it. And then Spellbooks actually did top 16 the very first ARG Circuit Series back in 2013, if you guys remember the ARG Circuit Series. Yeah, I made top 16 with Spellbooks. All right. So Mermail Abyss Pike's effect is you can discard 1 water monster from your hand when it's normal or special summoned. Yeah, so he's doing it again here. Yeah, so normal summon Abyss Pike. Discards a water monster from his hand to add any level 3 water monster from your deck to your hand. He discarded Mermail Abyss Gundy, which is actually limited to 1. When that card is discarded from your hand to the graveyard anyway, even with like cards like Regeki Break or Lightning Vortex, you can special summon a Mermail, any Mermail monster from your graveyard. So he's got Abyss Pike on the field, Abyss Lindy, so let's see what he decides to do. He brings back Mermail Abyss Lind with Abyss Gundy's effect. I think he needs to run over the Priestess. How can he run over the Priestess? He can make 101 Silent Arc, and here, okay, Nate decides to Torrential. So Abyss Lind will activate since it was destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard. This is a weird game because Patino's got, what, 3 cards? Also, I believe most of the Mermail monsters are only once per turn. I know Abyss Spike's only once per turn. And I think Abyss Tius is... I don't know. I have to read the card. All right, so he brings out Mermail Abyss which is just a Abyss is just a 2700 monster, 7 stars. That's all it does on the field, I think. No, it has another effect, but it doesn't matter. It's not relevant right now, so I'm not gonna go over it. So looks like he summons Blue Boy, and remember, Nate is drawing an extra card every standby phase thanks to the Spellbook of the Tower. So Patino chains Maxi to High Priestess' special summon effect. So does Nate use a Spellbook of Life? I don't think so. You're in an okay position. Don't give him the extra draw. Mermails need a lot of cards, especially the way Patino gets back in this game, I think, is with Soul Charge. So if I'm Nate, I don't give him the extra draw. It's not worth it. Yep. Unless if you can OTK him, which I don't know if he can. So he uses High Priestess effect. Which High Priestess like a Master Hyperion / Dark Arm Dragon. You can banish this, but it's only once per turn. You can banish a Spellbook spell card from your graveyard to I believe, destroy any card on the field. So, yeah. He leaves Patino at 41. This has been a long game one. Now, Nate activates Spellbook Secrets. Adds Spellbook Fate. Yep, this is Spellbooks, man. This is what they do. Just fate you every turn and recycle it with Tower. I played against a Spellbook player yesterday, and he had a D-Fissure up. And I kind of tried to get him to use the Fate, and I had to make a choice. Obviously, I'm playing Sylvans. Do I MST his Tower, or do I MST his D-Fissure? I had one MST. And I went for the Tower because I remember I thought, yes, the D-Fissure is hurting me. But the Tower, I auto-lose to the Tower because he's going to put back Fate, and every turn he's going to keep drawing because my hand was kind of bad. And it paid off because I stayed in the game for a few turns because I got rid of the Tower. Had I not got rid of the Tower, he would have just kept recycling Fate and just beat me much sooner. I still lost, but it's just, you have to make choices like that sometimes. So anyway, here comes a Soul Charge. Target any number of monsters in your graveyard. So he warninged the controller. Sorry, the Gen X Undyne. Was it worth it to warning that? Maybe not. What were you afraid of? He was going to do... What could he have done? Dragoons was gone? I guess you were afraid of him sending... I think Patino was going to send Marksman anyway. So he pays 4,000, leaves himself at 100. So yeah, I think Patino would have gone Undyne, send Marksman, try to snipe one of the back rows, but Nate would have had Fate. I think, let's say he hits the Fate, right? Then he just warnings the Soul Charge and his game over. So here, Nate Book of Moons the Gen X controller. So now Patino uses Mermail Abyss Lead's other effect, which is you contribute an attack position Mermail monster you control. Once per turn, you can discard one card in your opponent's hand. Now he's going to XYZ summon into a ranked 7. He can't attack. Also, yeah, Soul Charge. Let's go over Soul Charge real quick. You cannot attack the turn you use Soul Charge. Or you can't conduct your battle phase the turn you use Soul Charge. You can only use one Soul Charge per turn. Pay 1,000 for each monster you bring back with Soul Charge. So I think he's going to go either A, Big Eye, or Draco Sack here. So he chooses Big Eye to try and take the High Priestess. Yeah, switches to defense mode in case he powers you, because you're at 100. So he passes, and yep, Tower, man. See, this is... Look how many cards are in Nate's hand. Puts back Eternity. And he's going to draw one. And he's still got the Spellbook alive. Does he have another Priestess in there? Okay, looks like Nate's on 2 Eternity. I don't know if that's standard, whether it's 2 Eternity or 1. So we activate Spellbook of Life. So you banish a spellcaster and reveal a Spellbook spell card in your hand to bring back a spellcaster from your graveyard. So he brings back Priestess. So he's going to activate Priestess' effect to banish Spellbook of Fate to pop his own Priestess. Then he summons Justice of Prophecy, attacks over Big Eye, attacks the set, and then Blue Boy should be game. So Nate takes game 1 here in round 1. Nate already won once with this deck on the channel. Now, Patino, he's been performing pretty well in both Hat and Edison, but he has yet to get a win on the channel. He's gone second place a few times. All right, so now Nate sets 5. No, Patino's going first. Summons Mermail Abyss Pike, discards Abyss Sturge from his hand to search a Genix Undyne. Remember, Abyss Pike, you can discard 1 water monster from your hand when it's normal or special summoned. To add any level 3 water monster from your deck to your hand, so he chooses Genix Undyne. All right. It's funny because I've watched so much Hat videos the past few weeks, and not many people are playing Mermail. Los was the only one playing Mermail, so I'm kind of like, it's kind of weird commentating over this deck because Los hasn't shown up the past few weeks either, so that kind of like, I'm a little rusty when it comes to Mermails. So it looks like Nate's going to add Spellbook of Power off of the blue boy. Activates Power. Master. Ooh, but what if he has Crow here? Ooh. So he crows. So he activates Master to copy Spellbook of Power, which is going to give him 2 searches. Remember, Spellbook of Power gives your spellcaster monster 1,000 attack. And if it destroys a monster by battle, you add a Spellbook spell card from your deck to your hand. But he used Master to copy Power, so he's getting 2 searches. So he's going to get Secrets and Fates. He already has the turn 1 play. He's going to get Tower, and he has Fate and Tower. Also, the Spellbook of Tower has another effect when it's destroyed. You can like special summon a spellcaster monster from your deck depending on how many Spellbook spell cards you have in your grave. So here Patino goes, activate Abyss Sphere, special summons Mermail Abyss Lind. I think you have to do it during the main phase, because if you do it during the end phase, the Lind will not be destroyed. So that's why now Nate's probably going to let it go through. So end phase, Abyss Lind's destroyed by Abyss Sphere's effect. And he's going to probably get Abyss Pike. I think he probably has another Marksman in his hand. So Abyss Pike, special summon, is going to use its effect. Yep, he has Marksman. So obviously you do it during the end phase, so that way he can't activate the spells and traps. But Nate with the DD Crow. So remember, the Atlanteans, if they're sent to the grave for a water monster effect, their effects trigger, but they have to stay in the graveyard. Unlike an Edison where it's a little different. Alright, so he adds another Marksman with Abyss Pike's effect. So he has Undyne and Marksman, so I wonder if he's on 3 Marksman. I probably would play 3 Marksman if I were to ever play Mermail. I know people have asked me to play a different deck. I don't know. I think people don't like Sylvans. I don't want to play Hat. I might, if I do play another deck, I might try Madolche. That's probably like the only other deck I'd play. Alright, so I don't really like the Mermail deck. At least not in this era. Okay, so he is on 3 Marksmen. Okay, so he summoned a Genix Undyne, sent Marksman, targeted the Rivalry, but Nate chained Rivalry. Ooh. Yeah, remember, Marksman has to destroy set cards so you can chain them. Like, we saw him do that with the Phoenix Chain game 1. Now he activates Allure. Yeah, everyone likes Allure in Mermail because it's free with Genix Undyne. You add the Genix Controller. Genix Controller is just a level 3 Dark Tuner normal monster. That's all it is. Okay, and then he chose to keep the Undyne on the field instead of the Abyss Pike. Alright, so it looks like Patino passes to Nate. Wait, he didn't use Tower? What happened to the Tower? I guess no Tower. Alright, so he secrets for another blue boy. Rivalry's so good. So a couple of my friends have been complaining. One grievance that they have against Hat format is how good the floodgates are. Yeah, like skill drain being at 3 could be a problem. Emptiness is a problem. Rivalry's really good in certain matchups. Goes in match. We don't have Heavy Storm, but we have 3 MST. That's one good news. We have Forbidden Lance. Well, Lance doesn't deal with floodgates. All right, let's see. He's gonna XYZ summon the Shining Elf. Let me go look up this card because I don't remember this card's effect. It's a rank 2 XYZ monster. I'm pretty sure it's a spellcaster. That's why he's able to go into it under rivalry. Oh, then he XYZ summons Downer Magician. So the Shiny Elf is just a 1600. Yeah, it has an effect, but it doesn't matter here. He goes for Downer Magician. And then activates Tower. So Downer Magician during your main phase 2, you can just put that on top of a level, I believe a level 3 or lower XYZ monster. You can just XYZ summon it, and you get all the materials, and it gains 200 attack for each material. So Patino summons another Genix Undying. So right now the Downer Magician is at what? 23, 25, 2700 attack. It's also a spellcaster. But I think if you battle with Downer Magician, if you battle another monster, I think you have to detach a material from it. I'll double check because I kind of don't remember. That card gives me nightmares. I really, really hate Burning Abyss. It's my most hated deck ever in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's probably one of the big reasons why I kind of stopped playing competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Was because BA was such a dominant. It was just like, it was one of the best decks for too long. And I hated playing with the deck, and I hated playing against it. I only played it in like one event that I can remember. Oh no, never mind. I played it at 2 events, and I didn't like it either time I played it. All right, so here he sent heavy infantry with Genix Undying. Now he's going to MST, the rivalry. So heavy infantry is an Atlantean monster. If it's sent to the graveyard for a water monster effect, destroy a face-up card your opponent controls. So here comes, Soul Charge. We already went over Soul Charge. Target any number of monsters in your graveyard, special summon them, and if you do, you take 1,000 for each. So he pays 4,000. He's going to bring out Lind, Undying. So Pike's effect is going to activate, and he can use Turge's effect as well. So, okay. So Marksman and Goons. I think he sent Marksman and Goons for Pike and Turge. So it looks like he's going to search Genix Undying with Abyss Pike's effect. Now, Abyss Turge is, you can discard it's same thing as Pike when it's normal or special summon, and you can discard a water monster from your deck to your hand. And instead of adding from your deck to your hand, a level 3 water monster, you add from your graveyard to your hand. Most people only play 1. I like 1 because you can do this play. You can go like Pike, Gundy, and then Turge to grab back the Gundy. If you have a Turge in the graveyard, it's a good option to have. All right, so he's probably going to end on, let's see what he's going to decide to do. Yes, so Downer Magician, during your main phase 2, you can also XYZ summon this card by using a rank 3 or lower XYZ monster. So he's going to XYZ summon into what? What happened to the 8,027? Oh, he's going to make a rank 3. He's probably going to make, what's the rank 3 card called? Does he go Bahamut Shark? Bahamut Shark's good. Oh, and it goes Rhapsody. Okay. So, oh yeah, he's going to banish his Spellbook spell cards for Tower. But he can just Eternity. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you go Bahamut Shark here. I guess Rhapsody's not bad. I don't know. What else could you have made? Like, this Soul Charge was kind of underwhelming, to be honest. Yeah, I knew he was going to go for this one. Equip the Engineer, and then equip the Rhapsody. So Rhapsody, you can detach up to twice per turn. You can attach a material from it to banish any card in your opponent's graveyard. So he banishes 2. Then you can equip it to a XYZ monster you control, and it gains 1,200 attack. So here comes Tower. So with the soul charge, he left the Abyssland on the field. What is Mech Crypt Engineer's attack? I think it's 20. Oh, no, it's 18. So right now it's at 3,000. So here comes Eternity into Secrets. Yeah, but how do you recycle Fate? I guess with Master? Yeah. You add Master or Blue Boy. No, you add Blue Boy here. Yes, you add Blue Boy and then add Master, copy the Eternity to grab back Fate. Yep. Master, reveal Crescent. Summon Justice. Master, copy. Oh, he mastered copy secrets. Okay. Yeah, master copy secrets. Add what? Power? Didn't he use Eternity this turn? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he used Eternity. Maybe he didn't. Oh no, he did. He did. Okay, he caught it. He caught it. I was pretty sure he used it. We already saw one illegal move game one. All right, so end phase, he's gonna banish Justice to add a level 5 or higher light or dark spellcaster monster and secrets. So he has secrets and priestess in hand. So here, Patino reveals Abyss Megalo. So you can special summon Abyss Megalo from your hand by discarding 2 water monsters. And he didn't change Soul Drain? Why didn't he change Soul Drain? Oh, because they're getting close to time. So Mermail Abyss Megalo, if it's special summoned by that way, you can add a Mermail Abyss spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. So he discarded what? Oh, he used Mermail Abyss Megalo's effect. Oh, okay. They drew. So, okay, I forgot what happened. Because I think that was game on board. Hold on. So it was Engineer at 3,000. Yes, Engineer at 3,000. And then he used Mermail's Abyss Megalo's effect. Mermail Abyss Megalo's on-field effect is contribute another attack position water monster you control, and it can attack twice. So it was 48, 78, and then he normal summon control. Yeah, that was 8,000. So Patino wins game 2, but time was called, so they tied. This is only like the second draw we ever had on the channel. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that match. Let me know if I missed anything, and also check out the link in the description. I have a code to get 5% off any purchase at our store, Epic Cards and Games. You know, that's where we play Yu-Gi-Oh! That's where I film all these duels. Most of them except the ones I get at the regionals. But yeah, check it out. 5% off any purchase. The code is my name, Oscar Celaya, all caps. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.